Good afternoon and thank you for joining us right here on Luntha Television. It's time for news updates and with me, Jacqueline Saidi. The Holy Father Pope Francis has urged Italian policymakers to make social security economically and socially sustainable, keeping in mind the common good of present and future generations. He did so when addressing 400 executives and employees of the Italian National Institute of Social Security in the Vatican. He said we need wise politicians guided by the criterion of fraternity who avoid wasting resources when available and leaving future generations in serious difficulty. Yesterday, the Minister of Homeland Security, Honorable Ken Zikali-Ngoma, said his ministry will continue to remove some roadblocks, which he said are just being used by some police officers to collect money from motorists and other road users for personal benefits. According to the minister, there is no reason to have more roadblocks if they are just going to be clouding the routes in the country and creating more room for corruption within the security force. Speaking in Parliament, he was responding to some questions by some members of Parliament. Honorable Zikali-Ngoma said it is high time the system of pocketing money by officers of the law in roadblocks was ended. He further indicated that his ministry will instead be introducing the automated revenue collection system, roadblocks, to help in revenue collection to avoid the problem of stealing the funds when collected. The National TB and Leprosy Elimination Program has called on faith leaders to help address stigma surrounding leprosy in communities. Speaking on the matter, TB HIV Programs Officer Henry Kanyelele said this during a biannual meeting for media practitioners and faith leaders in Zumba, where he emphasized that there's still a lot of discrimination surrounding leprosy, which is affecting the fight against the disease. He said faith-based institutions are best placed to address this because the disease used to be associated with uncleanliness in some religions. And Samson Kumpale, who is the Director of Health in the Ministry who is the Director of Health in the Central Malawi Conference of Seventh-day Adventist Church, emphasized that there is need for faith leaders to address without health-related issues in their establishments. Amref Health Africa has committed 60 million kwacha to support the restoration of healthcare facilities in Palombe in the Chikwawa districts following the devastating effects of Cyclone Freddy. Speaking at Palombe Health Center during a symbolic presentation of plumbing materials, Country Director for Amref Health Africa, Hester Nyasulu, said it is part of a wider response initiative aimed at ensuring the continuous provision of access to essential health care to people affected by the cyclone. In his remarks when receiving the donation, Acting Director of Health and Social Services for Palombe, Dr. Sam Sibakwe, described the donation as timely, saying the water system at the health facility is completely broken. Palombe and Nkolambe health centers are some of the health facilities that have been damaged due to Cyclone Freddy and need more rebuilding resources for the facilities to be fully operational. Lastly, the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, UNHCR, has asked government to reconsider the reallocation decision of refugees back to Dzaleka camp. UNHCR's Associate External Relations Officer, Kenye Lukajo, has raised a number of concerns that include inadequate services such as health and education amid booming numbers of refugees and asylum seekers at the camp. Dzaleka camp now accommodates over 50,000 people against 12,000 holding capacity, and as of end March 2023, the UNHCR reported that it had received 6% of the 27.2 million US needed to adequately provide support to the camp dwellers, a situation that has affected critical services such as health and education. Government has set April 15th to relocate all refugees living in rural and urban areas back at Dzaleka camp. Well, that is all I had for you for now. You have been with me, Jacqueline Saidi. Good afternoon.